I am in. Oh my god, stop. Hello. I'm gonna be filming how I do my everyday makeup today. Mainly because I've always wanted to do one of these videos ever since I was younger, when I was a little kid. And I figured why not do it now since we're trying to post more on YouTube. So I'm just gonna do an everyday style. I don't put on too much makeup. I just put on enough where it enhances the natural beauty, you know. Sorry if you can hear like any ambulances or any cars or anything. My window is open because I just needed to like air out our room a little bit after working from home so much. So yeah, let's get started. Don't mind my hair. I slept with my hair wet last night because we went to the beach and got home really late. We got home at like 10. I usually don't like to shower past 7 because my hair doesn't dry in time for when I sleep. So I slept with wet hair yesterday. I think I'm going to talk about my career change during this video because times have changed a lot ever since COVID started. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michelle, from Andy and Michelle from TikTok. From ever since we started our TikTok channel, I was pursuing nursing. I went to Chamberlain University. I went there for about 4 years, starting in, I think like late 2017. I recently just graduated in January, and I did not take my NCLEX, and I went straight into IT. I can't talk while I'm doing my eyebrows, so I'm gonna do this first. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I normally use powder on my eyebrows, but ever since I like started to use pencil, because I noticed pencil is a lot faster and you have a lot more control. It's been awesome. Usually my brows take the longest out of all of my routine, but look. So I'm going to take the other side and just blend it out really gently. Because like I said, this is just a natural everyday look. So we're not going to be doing much. My senior year of nursing school was when COVID happened. And that was the year I realized that I did not want to be a nurse anymore. Coming from an Asian home, you were always told, you know, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a nurse, work in healthcare. Those are the jobs that were considered successful. So from a very young age, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, my first mindset was maybe I wanted to be a pediatrician. But then after doing some research and realizing how much schooling pediatrician requires, and just doctors in general, I decided to do nursing instead. Because, you know, I did human anatomy in high school, and I thought it was really interesting, so that's why I like became interested in the human body, and I wanted to just do nursing from there. But the thing that is so sad is I realized my senior year, so it kind of did feel like such a waste of time because it took me 5 years to get my degree. And for IT these days, if you have, as long as you have certifications and the experience, you don't necessarily need a degree to get a good paying job in IT. I feel like if I could have started 5 years ago, I would have been in such a different place now. But at the same time, I don't want to think that way because, you know, everything happens for a reason. Everyone has their own pace. I'm at my pace for a reason, and, you know, it's just no use comparing yourself to others when everyone has different upbringings, everyone has different resources. Everyone has different times in life. So I try not to compare, but it is very easy to compare. But yeah, I realized my senior year because when I would go to my clinicals, which is basically kind of like lab, but instead you go into the hospital and actually do like the hands-on work, I started to really dislike waking up for clinicals. I hated knowing that I have clinicals soon. I hated getting ready for clinicals, going to clinicals. Being at clinicals, it wasn't too bad because time went by really fast. But overall, I just felt like I just didn't like it as much as I used to. When I did my very first clinical as a nursing student, I was so excited. But then over time, I just realized that I just kind of like lost the love I had for nursing. And a big part of it was because I worked in the hospital as a technician, a patient care technician, at a hospital in DC. So it's an inner city hospital, which was pretty brutal in itself. And I think I just had a harsh reality check. I don't know why, it's just stupid of me, but I literally thought like nursing would be like Grey's Anatomy, where it's like drama, hospital is nice, everyone's like a team, everyone's super friendly. But I just had a extremely bad first experience, and then throughout my clinicals where I've attended multiple hospitals throughout the area, I've just had multiple bad experiences in multiple hospitals that made me realize maybe this is just not for me. This made me so sad, and it made Andy really sad too, because he used to see the passion that I had for nursing, because obviously we were dating throughout my college years. We started dating in 2017, and I started nursing school in 2017, so he saw how excited I was when I got accepted, how hard I would study, you know, how excited I would be to finally get my scrubs and all of these things. So then when I actually brought up to Andy that I don't think I want to do nursing anymore, he was so surprised. And he actually asked me like what happened. The nurses that I had worked with, they were not what I envisioned nurses to be. Don't get me wrong, there are great nurses out there. There are nurses who love their job, who love their patients, who genuinely care for their patients and would do everything in their power to advocate for their patients and show them, you know, provide the care that they deserve. There are nurses who just shouldn't be nurses, and I think I was just unlucky to experience a lot of those nurses through my nursing student career. And it was just really discouraging. You know, I had nurses who would treat their techs like crap, like treated me like crap. Like I had a patient who had C. diff, and starting from 7 to maybe 12 o'clock noon, 7 a.m. to noon, which is like 5 hours, I had probably, you know, cleaned them up at least 6-7 times. And for those of you who don't know, C. diff it's a infection in your intestines, which causes you to have a lot of very bad diarrhea. So I probably cleaned this patient like 6 or 7 times, and then the only other time she checked up on him was when I finally had sat down to rest. She came up to me and she was just so upset, and she was like, "Have you checked up on blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just came back from there. Why?" And her first reaction is, "Well, he's filthy." And I was just like, "Oh, that's weird. I just cleaned him." So then she kind of stormed off into the room where all the cleaning supplies are, like the bed sheets, the paper, the what's it called, the wet wipes and all of that stuff, you know, a new gown because he had soiled his gowns. And I followed after her, and then I asked, you know, "Do you need any help with anything? Like, I can help you with some stuff." And then she just said, "Do I need help? This is your job." No. From there, I was just like, no, this is not how I envisioned my life to be. I do not want to come to work and be talked to like that, one. And on top of that, with COVID and everything going on, just the overload of work as well. So I just kind of figured it would be better for my mental health to just maybe pursue IT, because I, as many of you guys know, play video games. I like computers, and I'm interested in, like, you know, I would want to learn coding or maybe project management, UX design, and all of that. So I just kind of figured that maybe I should just do a career change. And it makes me sad because I do have people from my other platforms that I'd had before Andy and Michelle was a thing. I used to stream on Twitch, and obviously there would be some nursing students that would be studying and would watch my stream as, you know, their form of entertainment while they study, and we would all relate to each other talking about nursing and everything. And it makes me so sad because one of you guys came recently while I was at a fair, and she told Andy that I inspired her to become a nurse. And I was so taken back from this because I could see, you know, I was so passionate about nursing, and to be able to, you know, have that ability to inspire someone to become a nurse, that's just so mind-blowing to me, because look where I am now. I'm not even doing anything remotely close to healthcare. I completely avoided, you know, the healthcare scene because of all these bad experiences. So I always try to tell, sometimes we'll have people reach out asking, you know, like, oh, why did you switch from nursing to IT? Like, or what nursing school did you go to? What do you think of this? How did you study? All these things. And I always tell them straight up, when people say nursing is not for the weak, nursing is not for the weak. And it's not only about the patients, you know. There's nursing is not for the weak, where yes, you'll have patients who will die. You will have patients who are suffering and the doctors don't care. But nursing isn't for the weak in terms of your staff too. You'll have crappy coworkers, you'll have a crappy charge nurse, you'll have a crappy administration, and unfortunately that's just how it is. And it's so bad. It's just not the best feeling when you go into work knowing that you're not valued. It's so sad because sometimes I would see nurses, you know, have the hardest shift of their lives because of lack of staff or overpopulation in the hospitals, because there are some hospitals that care more about filling up the beds that they have, even if there aren't enough staff to take care of the beds. I just get so upset for nurses because it really isn't easy work. It's not just you check their vitals, their temperature, their blood pressure, and that's it. It's you advocate for them. You're the person that they talk to when they have no one else to talk to. That is the reason why I decided to not do nursing anymore. I just kind of figured, especially when I just graduated, I thought to myself, if anything, now of all times is the time I should be the most excited to finally get my career started, right? I was the opposite of that when I finally finished school. My mindset was full of anxiety because I already knew that I didn't want to do nursing anymore, but I already put in all the time. I spent all the money for the degree, so I should at least give it a chance, right? But in the back of my mind, I knew even if I were to give it a chance, I just did not love it anymore. It was, if anything, it was something that gave me stress rather than was something I looked forward to anymore. But yeah, I really hope that a lot of you guys who are going through the same thing, questioning whether if they want to be a nurse anymore, thinking about a career change. I'm just gonna close the window. But yeah, I just hope that a lot of you who, you know, are going through what I went through, where, you know, you put in the time and effort, but you realize you don't love it anymore. Don't be scared. You know what's best for you. Listen to your gut. Don't worry about what everyone else says. Don't worry about the family, your parents, especially if you're coming from an Asian household or any other household where the parents are very strongly opinionated. It's a little stressful because you will run into people who will say the things they want to say, but at the end of the day, it's your life. It's going to be your career. It's going to be something you're going to be doing for whatever number of years you want to do it for, and nobody else has a say in it but you. If I didn't have Andy by my side, I would have probably pursued nursing. I would have probably started working as a nurse, and I probably would have never moved to California, to be honest. But because I had Andy's support, I wasn't scared anymore because I knew I had somebody who understood me, somebody that would walk with me through my journey, and what else can you ask for? So I hope you guys liked my get ready with me video. Just a little simple everyday makeup. It's not much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more to come. Andy and I are trying really hard to start posting more on YouTube, because, you know, 1 minute videos on TikTok is not much for you guys to actually see our relationship and see our personalities as individuals as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Feel free to comment if there's anything else you want me to talk about specifically. It could be girl stuff, it could be career stuff, nursing stuff, IT stuff. or just in general things you want to see me and Andy do, such as going to specific places, trying specific foods, or any pranks or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.